4 viewers so far, so that's a good sign. We are live. Excellent. All right. So what is up, Heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central. We're going to do some testing today. I am blessed by the presence of Bevan here. He's one of my subscribers, one of my longtime subscribers, and he is also one of my patrons. And he reached out to me this morning asking if he could have some time to run some tests that he had in mind that I think that are interesting to check out, and they're definitely valid for what's going on in the state of the game right now. So we're gonna do a little bit of stuff, a little bit of one-on-one stuff, Bevan and I. So if you guys want to add your input into the chat as we go, that would be great. I know that this is kind of a surprise live stream, and because of that, I probably won't get a ton of viewers for a few minutes. So we're just gonna give it just a couple more minutes to let people log in. But it'll pick up pretty quick. Yeah, here we go. Good deal. So okay, so Bevan had some ideas about how to counter a Kira team, not the Kira team, but the Kira Blender team, and specifically, what is it about the Orion Dorian Helios combo that counters it? And we're going to test some other options to see if we can figure out, if we can hammer down exactly what it is about that team that that counters the Kira Blender team. So Bevan, why don't you give me your first team that you want me to try to check out?
We'll start off with backline. Obviously, there's as I was telling you before, that we know about the Helios, Dorian, Orion combo. I would like to try, instead of using Orion, to try use other heroes that give the magic penetration proc. Mainly Faceless, because he's so versatile.
Okay.
So you'd like to start at the back line with the Helios, Dorian, and Faceless. For now, the front two, Astaroth with
we could use like Jorgen. Marcus. You want to use Marcus? Yeah, let's use Marcus. Okay.
Faceless instead of Orion.
I have Faceless instead of Orion. Oh, you're probably watching my live stream that's like 5 seconds behind when we're talking.
There's a delay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, since Marcus seems to be played, I'll have to track him in with Astaroth.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna do this, and we've got Astaroth, Marcus, Faceless, Dorian, Helios. We're just gonna see how this fares against this mixture team, just to see if it's Orion or if it's Dorian Helios. So we got Chester, we got Jason. I'd like to see you swap Marcus into your Kark team for Martha, then see how it does. Yeah, Jason, actually, that is something that I've been thinking about. I want to see if having Marcus in my team someplace will make it competitive against the Kira team.
Because that would, depending on the positioning, if he stands in front of Kark, that'll put Kark into the third position, which is a much safer spot.
Well, he actually stands behind Kark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the few heroes that stands in front of Marcus.
Astaroth is getting torn up in the front there. And Faceless is down.
Yeah, Faceless is kind of squishy.
Faceless is very squishy.
My name is Jags. Welcome to the live stream, Jags.
Oh, Kira's down though.
Yeah. So that was one successful test. I actually am not sure that it was actually a successful test for what we were looking for, but I think it does. I think it does prove that Dorian Helios is a big factor in it. Let's try your Lars. Let's try your Lars. So Astaroth and Marcus didn't die, and I really like that. So let's keep them in there. Dorian, Helios, and Lars. And we're doing Lars. For those of you that are just now joining, we're trying we're trying different mage teams that to counter the popular Kira, Anvari, Nebula, Sebastian Jet, Blender, or Mixer, or Buzzsaw, or whatever you want to call it team. So let's try this. Arcana joined us. Chester, E-Girl, Pauline. Should I use Kai or Jorgen? E-Girl, Pauline, in what team? In what team? See, it looks like to me that if all the heroes can stay alive, then Dorian Helios is good enough. Obviously, Lars did some damage, but you can see Helios did the bulk of the damage. 1.5 million damage. And again, Bevan, I guess we need to figure out a way that I can share my screen with you so you're seeing it in real time. That would probably be better. But I'll leave this up here.
I know that Skype does have a screen share function, but I don't think it'll function well with streaming at the same time.
Well, let's experiment. Share a screen.
Because it would need to use your camera, and it won't let you if OBS is already using it.
Let's get this back going. Okay, can you guys see and hear me now? Am I back live? I'm gonna wait until I can get some confirmation that I'm back live before we continue here. Oh, completely forgot that was happening today. You guys hearing me? You guys are okay. Okay, we're back. So so it looked like the Dorian Lars Helios version of the team did it. Let's try just any other mage. Let's try any other mage. What do you think about? Let's go really weak. Let's go Mojo. Let's try Mojo just because I got an idea. Now, obviously, Orion is a strong hero. That's not what we're trying to decide here.
My concern with Orion is on my server in particular, there's a lot of Satori teams, and Satori and Orion don't mix very well. As awesome as Orion is.
Yeah. So I think you're absolutely right on this. I think it's Dorian and Helios. And pick any third mage.
Cornelius would be an amazing option because that would help you counter twins.
Huh.
Twins and Satori. Cornelius should be a great third mage.
Who's Jay Old? Are you having trouble hearing me, or are you having trouble hearing Bevan? Because I think he's... Well, that's mine. I think everybody's audio is already fully up here.
Check my settings.
What about this? Is this any better? Can you say something for me, Bevan?
Check.
I don't think that's what it is.
My mic settings a bit.
My audio output on my Skype is all the way up, I think. Audio and video settings.
It's like I'm up in the background. Oh, really? But you can hear me just fine, right?
I can hear you just fine.
Might be something to do with how OBS is handling my volume.
Yeah, and full disclosure, I mean this MacBook being from 2014, it's not the best it's not the best streaming device by far. Bevan sounds like he's just whispering. Okay, well, if you guys will permit me to play with the audio settings just a little bit to make this work. So, okay, so we've got audio output capture. Maybe it's this. Maybe we need to edit the gain on this. Filters, add filter.
You don't have to use Orion, so that frees up another spot. Someone else.
What team would you put Orion in if not that team? I guess that's my question. Like, what's the so yes, we've decided for sure that Dorian Helios and a third mage is effective against this team, but I guess the next question is why should we break Orion apart?
Oh, that is a good question. It kind of makes him a bit obsolete, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you've definitely helped figure out that, I mean, Orion is a very strong mage, and there's no denying the Orion Dorian Helios team up here, but it's not all three of them that's countering the Kira team. It's at least in these three small tests that we did, the Dorian Helios team is what's doing it. Let's try another mage. What's another mage we can try? Let's do Cornelius.
That'll be great against twins at Satori.
Marcus. All right, so we're gonna try Astaroth, Marcus, Cornelius, Dorian, and Helios. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit while I see. There's my audio gain, but why can I not see your audio output capture? My audio output capture is maxed. I don't know what else to do. Oh, whoops. So Marcus died, but he's keeping everybody else alive. Crushes Jet in the back. Do they have enough damage, though? Nope, not enough damage. Have Bevan max his audio input as well. Is your audio input maxed? I mean, he's wearing a headset, so I don't know what else he can do.
Check my settings. Okay, I see the problem. It is my webcam that's picking up my audio, not my headset.
Ah, okay. Can you change that without disconnecting the call?
Yes. Okay, I've changed that now.
Oh, that's actually much cleaner. It's much cleaner on my end. Can you guys hear him better? Okay, so what else? What else should we try here?
Hey, let's chuck in a couple of counters. Why not put Anvari into the mix? Anvari Jordan for the front two.
Okay, I like it. I don't like leveling up Anvari. Hashtag Team Bob. So what do you want to do in the back? We're going to do Dorian Helios, and then who else?
Maybe put that team for the whole run with twins and everything.
Okay, let's do it. Can barely hear him.
The Jorgen shields protect against all damage types.
That did not do well. Can you answer this, please? My team is Astaroth, Ching Mao, Kira, Jorgen, and Martha. Should I use Kai instead of Jorgen? No, Kai wouldn't be good in that team.
Jorgen, okay, they die too quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of Jorgen, Astaroth instead of Jorgen.
Okay. Cornelius, Lorian Helios, Astaroth, and Anvari. Cleaver, Marcus, Celeste, Dorian, Helios. No.
No, it really needs that second healer, huh?
Interesting.
Of course, because with I don't think Dorian's aura will be reaching the front line.
No. But see, whenever you do like, if we did the original trio, and we did like Chaba and Ziri. Now Ziri is going to be effective for other reasons, but if we don't have a healer in the front, actually I probably should have used like Jorgen there instead. Yeah. So Arcana Gaming is saying Helios can take down the first two heroes with his first skill. You need a multi-target or AoE hero to work on the back three. So, I mean, knocking out Kira is a big part of why that team is effective. If they can't kill you quick, they basically don't kill you. Which to level, Dorian or Satori? I say Dorian. I think Dorian's more effective in more teams. Satori, you really need to build a particular team around him. So I keep playing with my OBS settings, trying to figure out a increase the gain quite a bit on that. I wonder if there is another setting. Let's see. Audio video settings.
Envari dies way too quick.
HDMI built-in output. All right, guys, I'm gonna try something here. Try a couple different settings. Okay. Can anyone join my guild? The name of it is Raiden. Join the Discord and get in the team recruitment channel. You'll find tons of people looking to join up with you. All right. So I wanted to try a couple of things. We'll try we'll try this against the Kark team as well, and then we'll try some other stuff. Who do we decide? Jorgen? We decide Celeste. What do you think?
Against Kark,
or you want to keep Astaroth and Vari in there?
How about could try Anvari at the front again, but put in Martha, because that would push Dorian forward one spot. And
okay, let's try it. Can you hear him okay? Just tinny. Yeah, David, I'm really bad at computers, so.
Instead of your second healer, that will also push Dorian forward, and Vari might get in range of the aura.
No, he's
still out of it.
Yeah.
Does he live though?
No, they went faceless. I don't think that there's enough damage with your Cornelius variant.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Let's try some twins teams here though. Let's try the Galahad Nebula. Twins, Martha, Galahad. We'll throw that one in the mix. We'll do Astaroth, Twins, Celeste, Jorgen. We'll do that one. Ast, Twins, Celeste, Jorgen. And then, what was the other one that was really good? We'll try these two for now. So we've got Dorian, Helios, Cornelius, Astaroth, and I like sticking with Anvari in here. So let's try this. Cleaver, Helios, Marcus, Jorgen, Dorian for the win. Cleaver, Helios, Marcus, Jorgen, Dorian.
doesn't stop the debuff, but it does help stop the tornadoes from displacing your team and interrupting their abilities.
Yeah, I think you might actually not have enough damage with Cornelius in there.
Even against twins, I thought he would decimate them.
Yeah, so did I. Let's
Interesting. So Cornelius is not that good of a counter against other mages.
Let's try the let's try this one. We're gonna do Astaroth, Marcus, Mojo, Dorian, Helios. no counter to the tornado, but I'm just curious how this is gonna be. Well, Nebula's dead. Galahad's dead. Oh man. Mojo tier 1.
Waiting for the stream to catch up.
That's right. I keep forgetting you're a couple seconds behind.
Yeah. Oh wow. What exactly? How much damage did Mojo do in that?
1.8 million.
What's his deal? Like, what's so special about him?
I don't know. Okay, so I'm curious how strong this Marcus update really is. Let's try against the other twins team with your Cornelius build. We'll do Astaroth with Anvari.
I'll be put off on Cornelius now.
I
thought he would be really good.
He's got that new pimp skin,
which I thought would help him immensely, considering he also has a magic resistance proc as well as a magic resistant skin.
That did not go well. Let's try the
one of the best counters to twins teams is debuffing. However, on mobile, Sebastian doesn't work near as well.
Yeah, Sebastian's definitely way better on
So on mobile, what other options are there for getting rid of the debuffs?
I mean, you can get lucky with Celeste. You can use Nebula. The Jew's damage isn't dependent on intelligence. Tito980, welcome to the stream. I'm still using Twins, Nebula, Helios, Celeste. Any change? Nope, that's a good team. Twins, Nebula, Helios, Celeste. Hidden mystery loot. There's a couple avatars that are that you get from the eggs. Actually.
Rufus. What's Rufus like against twins and
Satori? With Satori? Twins with Satori? Rufus and a Satori?
What's Rufus like against twins and Satori?
I mean, if he can ult, then he's definitely good. Let's try him. Let's try Rufus, Dorian, Helios.
Might as well chuck in Anvari, stops at displacement.
Anvari, and then I'm sticking with Marcus just for the fun of it. So how can I make this work? And Marcus is dead. I don't know, guys. How do you beat the twins on mobile? How do you beat the twins on mobile? Because for me, I just put in Sebastian. I've got my my standard team of Astaroth, Kark, Nebula, Faceless, and Martha, but then I just pull out Nebula and add in Sebastian, and it wins. But the Sebastian on mobile just it doesn't have the same function. So how do you beat
You said that Celeste did, get rid of debuffs?
Yes, Celeste. Well, it only affects the hero with the lowest health. Her Limbo. Yeah, Limbo gives the purifying sphere. It clears and blocks all the negative effects, but the purifying sphere only hits the ally with the lowest health. So it's a single target heal plus debuff removal, and it's got a luckily.
Gets rid of debuffs of 2 heroes, I think.
Nebula does? Yes. Yeah. Nebula, but the thing about Nebula is it's in front of and behind Serenity. It's only the 2. So it doesn't do the whole team.
Better than nothing, I guess.
5 with physical firepower. Gala, Kira. Ziri will redirect twins damage to herself. Ziri? Let's try Ziri. So we're going to do Dorian, Helios, and Ziri. Again with Marcus and Anvari. This probably isn't going to be enough damage. Not near enough damage, but we'll check it out. Wow. They're way forward. And Marcus is dead. Go for two duffs, then use Judge. Tried Astaroth, Daredevil, Elmer, Dorian, Sebastian. Ziri's weak against the twins. Yeah, I don't know enough about the mobile meta to know who counters the twins on mobile.
Seems to be the theme of the day. Marcus is dead.
Marcus is dead. Except for, he's got like 9 more seconds after that. Twins are very weak.
Use Nebula. Nebula debuffs to each time she debuffs 2 heroes.
Okay. Helios, Dorian, Astaroth, Heidi? No. Mojo? No. Anvari? Let's try that. Astaroth, Anvari, Nebula, Dorian, Helios. Rufus plus all damage will clear the twins easily enough. Rufus plus all damage. Okay.
Would be nice if... Oh, how did that... Is having Anvari in second position is tankier than Marcus.
Yeah. Evil Love says, Astrid, Lucas, Lars, Orion, Celeste, and Shaba wipes the Bob team. Yeah. Yeah. I saw somebody else say something about Kira teams. So what's the verdict on Kira Blender team? Only Helios team can beat it. Do more of Blender team, please. Well, we know that Helios Dorian teams can beat it. We know that Marcus helps to beat it, but only by a small margin. Right now we're gonna continue to work through some of Bevan's stuff here. So let's try Rufus and Vari, and let's just go ahead and let's go back to the 3. See, I think the problem that we're running into is without Orion, we just don't have enough damage output. And Orion has the highest magic defense in the game, which is a little known fact. So it's, well, Dorian's dead.
It's just sad that Satori one hits him.
Yeah. It's not going to do it. I'm not sure that the Mage trio is going to be effective against the twins. Unfortunately. I don't think that there's a way to do it.
Wow.
Whoops. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Jorgen shields, they also defend against magic damage, and they would delay bolts going off.
Let's try it.
The issue we're running into is damage.
Yeah. Let's do Jorgen with Rufus. So we're going to do Rufus, Jorgen, Orion, Dorian, Helios. Galahad's down. Another thing that we're dealing with is the Galahad twins Martha team. Oh, that team's actually doing considerably better. The Galahad. Oh, that team won. Nice.
Okay.
That was the trick. Adding in Jorgen into that team. So the Galahad twins Martha team is really effective on defense for the twins. That team is particularly effective on defense. Rufus.
There was even with Rufus's shield up, the team was still taking a lot of damage. So I don't think Rufus is blocking it. You could use someone else maybe.
Let's try Chaba.
You love Chaba.
You
love Chaba.
A little bit. Let's see. Dorian, Helios, Chaba, Jorgen, Orion. Ever since this event came up, though, see if Chaba has the option to eat a hero, he's actually pretty effective. But oftentimes he doesn't last long enough to be able to eat the hero. Well, that team won too. So it looks like that. I guess adding in, if this is your team, if the Dorian, Orion, Helios team is your team, then adding in Jorgen is a good counter to the twins. Now, obviously, this is at level 130, a little different than mobile, but that might be a good counter.
What about Anvari for the main tank? Because having that combo would then help you against Kark.
So we're going to do Anvari, Jorgen, Dorian, Ryan, Helios.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try this, and then we'll try it against Kark. Anvari is way better on mobile than he is on Facebook. Also.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He's actually my main tank on mobile.
Yeah, not quite good enough here.
Oh really?
Not quite good enough here. Lars did almost 3.5 million damage. Whew. Cleaver Jorgen will slow energy for the entire twins lineup. Cleaver Jorgen.
Wow. What did Chaba offer the team that Anvari doesn't?
Really high health. Really high health. The thing about Chaba is, his let's just open him up here. If he can get to the point that he can use his ultimate and he can basically take an opponent's, frontline hero out of the fight for 6 seconds, it's huge. The problem is getting him to the point that he actually can ultimate. He has this slow, which helps, but the he just has to last long enough to be able to do it. And if he can, then he's really, really effective. A lot of players, in fact, I had a Mad Viking on the Discord. He actually turned me on to Chaba a little while ago, and we had a long conversation about Zeri teams. Why twins teams will use Zeri when she's out of the fight half the time. Well, it's because Krista is taking up one of Zeri's big weaknesses. Since Zeri's not there as a tank, Krista can take a few hits. But what if instead you could use a tank like Chaba and take the opponent's front line out of the fight for a few seconds? And he said, if your team could keep Chaba alive long enough, then your warrior or whoever's in the second line or whoever's doing the damage, it would potentially be enough. Especially because the fact that the tank or whoever is being swallowed by Chaba, they can't use any of their attacks. They can't heal. They can't put up their shield. They can't revive if they're Astaroth. Aurora is a better tank than Astaroth against... Oh, let's try Aurora. That's a good thought.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try Aurora.
I hear a lot of people using her endgame.
So Aurora with Peppy is a huge a huge cleaver Peppy counter. Aurora plus Peppy will often beat any cleaver Peppy team, especially if you have like somebody that can quickly tear down cleaver like Elmer or King Mao. So lost my train of thought. Yeah, in fact, whenever I did my live stream talking about Peppy, and I put Peppy in Dead Battery tier, which I wouldn't recommend to anybody. And the reason why I did that is because you only see Peppy with cleaver, and you can't get cleaver unless you get him out of the chest. So I wouldn't recommend Peppy to new players. I wouldn't recommend Peppy anybody invest in Peppy. And there we go. But a lot of people came out and were like, no, Peppy Aurora is great. It's really strong in game. So we're gonna try Aurora, Anvari, and then the Mage trio here.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey, welcome to the stream. I am doing well. I'm glad that you're doing well. Dorian is dead. Nope, that team didn't do it.
Oh, we didn't have Yoga in that time.
Oh, what did I do? I did Anvari. Did I do Anvari instead? I did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's try Aurora with. And the thing that I don't like about Aurora, or the thing that I don't like most about saying all you got to do is swap tanks and you'll be effective against this team, is leveling up a tank to the point that they're effective requires so much resources.
Yeah. Oh yes.
And to tell somebody that, it's a difficult prospect, because you basically have to halt production on your main 5 team.
Yep.
Yeah, Jorgen's doing considerably better. Yeah, there you go. Jorgen Aurora with the Mage trio. Nice. Nice.
But of course, Satori would eat his team for breakfast, having Jorgen and Orion in the same team.
True. So you couldn't use this team on defense.
If Jorgen could delay the ult long enough for Orion to kill Satori, you never know. Might get lucky.
Maybe. I don't know. I tend to have pretty bad luck trying to outrace Satori with those kind of teams. Let's
She's a nightmare for me, because I've put a lot of resources into Jorgen as well, and she just having a bad time against Satori.
Good to see it works. You're using my main one. Get the beefier defenders up front against single target teams. So we're trying the Jorgen Celeste variant of the Twins team with Aurora and Jorgen. And it did not. No, it lost. So it's good against Galahad, but not good against Celeste and Jorgen.
Of course, because Celeste and Jorgen, they both give magic damage.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, that's why that's kind of one of the more popular teams. So let's think about this. What if we used, since we don't have Galahad up front in that variant, what if we used Rufus Cornelius instead? We're going to use Rufus, Jorgen, Cornelius, Dorian, and Helios against the Astaroth Twins Celeste Jorgen variant. Let's see how that fares. Sub and Satori in place of Orion versus the Celeste Jorgen variant. Good idea. Arcana Gaming says to put Satori in there. Okay, yeah, that didn't work. People say level up Rufus against the Twins, but I've yet to see Rufus be effective in any existing team.
Yeah, it's funny how Rufus and Cornelius are both known as being anti-mage. However, we've yet to see the proof.
Yeah. So we're gonna throw Satori in here. we're going to use Jorgen, Aurora, Satori, Dorian, Helios. We're going to try this. So have you come up with any idea for where to put Orion?
Not quite.
Oh, Jorgen's dead. Oh, no, it's not. Nah. It's not doing it either.
It
See,
is a bit of a risky thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the Helios, Dorian, Orion trio with Nebula and I don't know, Astaroth maybe.
Helios, Dorian, Orion, Nebula, Astaroth.
At least Nebula will be able to debuff a couple of allies.
Keep Orion and Astaroth safe.
And she'll boost Orion's damage, but she'll also be able to debuff some of the watermarks.
Well,
Any good?
no.
Nope, that ain't it, Chief.
That's not it either.
Without a proper functioning Sebastian, there's not much of a counter against twins and mobile. It's frustrating, very frustrating.
Kira, Astaroth, Sebastian, Nebula, Jet. Bruno, we'll try that later, guys. We're for those of you that have joined in the last little bit, what we're doing today is Bevan, who is a patron and a subscriber. He reached out and he wanted me to run through some stuff for him, and he is offering, he's allowing me to do this live on stream. So usually I would be jumping in and trying all of your different teams. I got Kira, Astaroth, Sebastian, Nebula, Jet. I've got Galahad, Marcus, Nebula, Helios, Marth. I've got a lot of cool teams in here, but we're working with Bevan today. So don't take it personally if I'm not if I'm not working with your stuff.
Hey, tell you what, here's one we can do for the lols.
Okay.
A variation of your girlfriend's team.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to.
Hilarious.
She was still. So we woke up this morning. And she was like, "Can you go check and see how many views the video has gotten, and see if anybody's made any comments about me?" And I'm like, let's go check it out. And it's doing okay. It's
How about this? Queen Mao.
all right.
Kira.
Kira.
Who else did she pick? She picked Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil. So she did Fox. Okay, let's see. Fox.
How many is that?
So that's Qing Mao, Kira, Daredevil, Fox. That's 4.
And there was someone else in her team that really synergized well, and I was surprised.
So her team was it was Darkstar, Nebula, Daredevil,
Okay. Nebula. Put Nebula.
and then Lars. Lars was the other one. But yeah, let's go. Let's try it. I'm not gonna tell her that we're doing variations on her team, but she was so pumped.
How much damage that King Mao put out as the tank.
Oh, it won. Are you kidding me?
Eric, this is the new blender. New blender confirmed.
All right, so Qing Mao, Nebula, Daredevil, Fox, and Kira. It's basically using King Mao instead of it's like a poor man's blender is what this is. Because you don't
have to worry about Jet or Sebastian.
Or Anvari's not easy to get either.
Yeah.
I think my mouse.
Daredevil's already plenty of damage on her own.
Yeah, I didn't do well against the Galahad version. The thing about Daredevil, though, I wish I'm so disappointed that they keep doing different things on mobile than on Facebook, because the Daredevil on mobile sounds so awesome. It sounds like such a fun hero to level up. I don't know. Helios, Dorian, Satori, someone, Aurora can help Bevan take out the Celeste Jorgen variant. Well, we tried that, and Satori died too quick. So we're doing Helios, Dorian, Satori. Helios, Dorian.
Does Satori benefit from having magic penetration?
Yeah, but Satori brings his own magic penetration. He's got a lot.
Okay.
I think he's got a glyph. Yeah, he's got a glyph, and he doesn't have a skin. Yeah, in his artifact book. So he's got some armor penetration, but
I wonder if Faceless with Satori.
Okay.
If Faceless replicates Satori's ability, that'll spread more Firefall times.
So what do you think? Like Aurora, Satori, Faceless, Dorian, Helios? It's a very...
Satori doesn't usually do well with other damage dealers. Usually she's better like with a more defensive minded team. Just let her go to work.
So Arcana says to try Maya.
And slots in nicely in front of Satori. I've never used Maya.
Well, Maya's behind Satori though, not in front of Satori. Let's see what he has to say. Helios, Dorian, Satori.
The one thing I'm also with Faceless, he adds a bunch of magic resistance to your team.
He does. He does. His Violet ability is really, really strong for that. No Faceless. All right, we're gonna try this variant first. Aurora, Satori. Well,
no love for Faceless.
he knows how much I love. Satori needs a healer. Well, maybe Dorian isn't the right healer for the Satori version. How about instead of Martha, we use Marcus? So now we've completely thrown your Dorian Helios team out the window.
Yeah.
So we're doing Aurora, Marcus, Satori, Maya, and Faceless. And it did not do well. Okay. Where did I go here? Here we go.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna try, instead of that, we'll try Martha instead of Marcus. What if we did? Let's keep your Helios Dorian team together. Okay. Let's put Marcus in the back and Aurora and Satori. Let's try this. So we've got Aurora, Satori, Dorian, Helios, and Martha. Let's see how that does. It's doing better.
Arcana, I play on mobile.
Yeah, it didn't do it. This team's this Twins team's a strong Twins team. All right, so let me throw this on the screen here real quick, just so we have it. Satori, Aurora, Helios, Dorian, Martha did not win. So Arcana, no Faceless. Helios, Dorian, Satori, someone. Maya counters Lars and slots in nicely. So let's try his variant just to see.
Trying to beat this Jorgen Celeste Twins team without Sebastian is proving to be a real challenge.
Also, Satori and Celeste are basically the same person. Like, look at this. They're the way that they look, I should say. I get it mixed up so much. All right, little tangent there. Sorry. So Aurora, Satori, Maya, Dorian, Helios. Ignore healer and add Jorgen and Chaba. Somebody says. You can try that. Jorgen, Chaba. Ignore healer.
Ignore healer. I've got my phone with me. Oh, there it is.
Man, that team didn't do it either. Sorry, Akana, that team didn't do it either. Ignore healer and add Jorgen and Chaba. So you want to take Dorian out? Is that what you want to do? Try Leon instead of Dorian. Leon instead of Dorian could work. Yeah, this team doesn't do it either. Dang. Okay. We'll try this other version. We're going to try Helios, Leon, Satori. Man, we are way off from where we started, though.
Yeah. Trying to find someone that can clear those debuffs is proving to be really challenging. Does Maya clear debuffs?
Does she? I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I actually do want to try something, though. Something that just occurred to me. Leon gave me a good idea. If we did... So we're going to do Aurora, Orion, Leon, Dorian, Helios. Leon's going to shut down Lars for a long time. Not enough, though. Dang. I don't know. They should use the light version on Celeste for her profile pic. Biggest issue is trying to find heroes on mobile. Oh, that's you.
I think we're kind of exposing quite a big flaw in the game. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I didn't realize it was this bad on mobile. So the other issue that we're not really talking about that we haven't really taken into account is this is level 130 testing, and it's definitely possible that at 120 some of these teams that we're trying will work. So
possibly.
Loud Matt, welcome to the stream. We tried to sneak it in without you. We figured after last night, your team getting shellacked by my girlfriend's random team, we wouldn't have you on here. Sorry, man. Sorry. I gotta give away a skin, actually. I gotta give away a skin. I'll do that after this, though. I think Cleaver is the easiest answer versus the twins. Cleaver Jorgen. Let's try Cleaver Jorgen. That's something that we haven't tried yet. Cleaver Jorgen. Obviously. She has not stopped talking about it, though, Loud Matt. She is not. We're gonna try this Cleaver Jorgen with the Mage trio and see how that does, and then we'll systematically break it down from there. Ah, Orion's dead. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work. So okay, Cleaver Jorgen and the Mage trio did not work. Hopefully Bevan has Cleaver. If we could take out Marcus, would have been fine. Yeah. Looks like I need to level up my Jorgen. Jorgen's insane, Richard. Jorgen is one of the few heroes that will fit into literally every single team, no matter what. Astaroth, Kira, trio. Astaroth, Kira, trio. Okay, so we keep your core. Have a good tank in Astaroth. We throw in an extra damage dealer. Astaroth, Kira, Orion, Dorian, Helios. Kira will silence, given the chance. Question is does she stay alive long enough? Yes, she does. That team wins. Okay. So there you go. If you've got a mage team, I'm sorry, a mage trio team, Dorian, Orion, Helios, and maybe you're using Astaroth, Jorgen, maybe you're using Astaroth, Celeste, maybe you're using Astaroth, Anvari. Looks like if you swap out your support hero, Anvari or Jorgen or Celeste, for Kira, it's enough damage to beat the twins.
So you pretty much need to try kill them before they can get their ults off.
I think that's the plan. So that makes me wonder. I thought that the twins were a good counter to Blender teams, but is it not the case? I honestly thought that the Blender team was shut down by the twins, and now after seeing that, I'm not so sure.
Maybe quickly run it just now.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's Kira, Nebula, Celeste, Sebastian, and who am I missing? Anvari. Nope, it beats that team. Even with Sebastian.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so the reason why I would never run this twins team is it's got Astaroth in it. And I say that, but my Grand Arena team uses Cleaver instead of Astaroth. So I could potentially run this team. Astaroth, Jorgen, Celeste, Lars, Krista. I feel like this is one of the top 3 teams. Top 3, top 4 teams.
Yeah. Right, so there's 2 heroes that we know of that are clear debuffs. Why don't we try and have both of them in the team together? Nebula and Celeste.
You can do that. With who else?
And then try go from there.
Nebula, Celeste. Chester made another good point. Teams on offense perform differently than teams on defense. That is true. That is true. Samuel, we're testing. All we can do is test on Facebook. We can't test on mobile, unfortunately. We don't have max testing on mobile.
Where does Kira sit? Is she between Nebula and Celeste?
No, unfortunately, she actually is in front of Celeste. Yeah. So you could potentially do the Dorian, Orion, Helios, and use. Well, you don't necessarily need a tank against this twins version without having Galahad up front. The Galahad version does a lot of front-loaded damage. The twins don't. Their basic attack doesn't do a ton. This you could do a non-tank. Celeste often dies anyway. Yeah. It looks like you need a tank. Okay, that didn't work. Anvari is much better twins counter on mobile. That is true. Arcana made another good point. That Anvari is a much better twins counter on mobile.
That's true.
So and that's unfortunately impossible for me to test. You know how many times I've reached out to community managers and was like, hey, why don't you just let me have max testing? Like, how hard is it? Like, why don't you give me access to a server all by myself where everybody's maxed out so I can do this? Like, well, it's too much work. It's like, no.
It's not.
Well,
it'll probably take you about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Just create a new server, not let anybody join it. Make it like an Alaskan only server, and I'll VPN over to Alaska and make it work that way. So let's do Aurora, Celeste, Nebula, and then we'll use, instead of Orion, we'll use Celeste in this case, and we'll do Dorian, Helios.
Ooh, I don't know about this one, but yeah, we'll give it a go.
I don't think it's going to have enough damage. It just doesn't have enough damage. It's surviving pretty well. Nobody's died yet on either team. Oh, there. Yeah. Well, now the team. Yeah, that didn't work.
Trying to break that heal.
Okay, that didn't work either.
Trying to be beat this team on mobile is it's interesting that on the other side, all they really have, they got Jorgen Astra off the shields, but really the only healer they have is Celeste, and she's keeping them up just fine.
She's not doing that much healing. I think the answer is you have to kill them fast. I think that's the answer. You got to kill them fast because this Kira variant. Let's try it again just for the sake of variance. If we did Astaroth, Dorian, Helios, Orion, Kira. So Astaroth, Kira, Orion, Dorian, Helios. This variant, it looks like it kills quick enough, and Kira's silence is just enough. You know who we haven't tried is Thea.
She silences and she has a magic resistance proc.
Yeah, see the Kira and the Mage trio beats it. Let's try Thea. Let's get a little crazy and try Thea in the back, like we would try Martha. So we've got Astaroth, Orion, Dorian, Thea, Helios. Charlie, have you asked them to give you a max account for streaming only? Yes. Yeah, they don't like me enough. See, the problem with the Thea build...
She sits in front of Helios. That's okay, because I can still see the aura around Helios' feet.
They lasted for a while, but... not quite. If you want Helios to be your main damage dealer, you need to have a hero that provides magic penetration. Otherwise, Helios loses too much damage. That's true. Yeah, David, I've asked for access to a test server where I can modify numbers, like modify resources, and the reason why I want that in particular is so that I can make a chart for every single thing in the game. How much power increase by leveling up one glyph versus leveling up, the stars of a glyph, how much power increase per skill, how much it costs from 1 to 120 for gold. And they didn't give me access to that because all of their servers are hosted, their testing servers are hosted natively, and they would have to give me VPN access to their main servers, which they, of course, a $10 million company, why would they want to give it to some YouTuber? But the other side of it was I was asking, short of that, could I have just an empty server that nobody could join, that only I was on, so that and everybody was maxed out, so that I could do testing in that way. And they're like, no, we can't do that. And then I was like, well, why don't you let me max out my team here, but somehow block me from doing arena and grand arena matches, so that I can't use my my fully maxed out hero list to dominate the server. And they were like, no for that also. But that was actually before they made that post about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, about the subscription thing. And they've gotten some new community managers since then, so it might be worth asking again. I don't know. I think it would be so clutch. And if I did that, I feel like I could just sit on here and stream all day long, doing tests for mobile, and I think I could do them a lot of good. Right now, they're doing changes to heroes. They're changing Marcus. They changed Aline a little while ago. They changed Daredevil. But unless you invest a year or $1,000 or whatever stockpile of resources you have, you simply can't test. You can't effectively test these upgraded or changed heroes. Patron Bevan. So Bevan is this guy that I got on.
Patron Bevan.
He's one of my Patreon patrons, and he is a subscriber. And he reached out to me wanting to have some time where we ran through some stuff for him, and I thought it was a good idea. I thought some of the questions that he had were some of the stuff that I'd not really covered in the past, and I thought it would be a good idea to cover it. And he's letting me do it live.
See, the Helios Dorian Faceless team didn't work against Kira. How would it be against the twins? We haven't tried it yet.
The Helios Dorian Faceless?
Yeah.
With who? All right, Anvari, Jorgen, Faceless, Dorian, Helios.
Maybe Faceless adding magic resist to the whole team, as well as giving that magic penetration might be enough. Jorgen will slow down the ults.
You know what? That's doing okay. And it just won.
It won. And considering Anvari is better on mobile.
He's much better on mobile. Not bad.
Interesting. There you go.
There might be an option. Subbing out Orion for Faceless.
There you go. Arcana, take that with your anti-faceless.
David Tran, there's not any official people here now. No, he only jumped on my stream because I gave him so much crap during his live stream. He's trying to get me back, but the problem with trying to troll me is that I just own it, and
nothing phases you.
Nothing really phases me now. So okay, we're gonna try this a couple more times just to test for variance. So the team is Anvari, Jorgen, Faceless, Dorian, Helios. We're gonna do 2 or 3 separate tests, and then we'll flip it so that they're defending as well and see how that does. I'm not sure that I would put Anvari as a main tank on defense. Oh man. Go ahead.
I was thinking if you come across Kira team, just swap Anvari for Astroth or something.
Yeah. It's looking good. Dorian, Helios. We're going to try this one more time. Faceless. Anvari. Wait a second. Jorgen. Anvari, Jorgen, Faceless, Dorian, Helios. All right. Third try. He's doing a lot of damage when Kai is doing his special attack. Faceless adds a crazy amount of RNG to arena battles. Yeah. That's why, yeah, so Arcana says Faceless adds a lot of our random. That's why I'm running this multiple times in a row just to see. So far, this is the 3rd attempt, and it is won. It is won again. It's the leper. Put someone behind Lars. Put someone behind Lars, and it changes. So if we did, oh, you can't retract your message, Finkel. By the way, Finkel, I want to say that how much I appreciate you and your random jokes on my YouTube channel. I don't always get the chance to respond to them. So Finkelzo has been, I got this skin sweepstakes popping off right now. Every week I give away a skin, and for those of you that don't know, all you have to do is comment on one of my videos to get a chance to enter. Well, what Finkelzo does is he says just the most random things. And it's always good for a laugh. So, all right. So you're saying to try somebody behind Lars. Oh, because of the leper. Oh, well, that actually doesn't affect this and that's probably why you retracted it, because we have no physical damage on here. That's yeah. So Finkel's always trying to make the point that leper was killing Lars too quickly, but leper's only affected by physical attacks, and this is a mostly magic attack team. So Faceless and Anvari. So we're gonna put Anvari. We're gonna put this on defense and test it against the inverse. Faceless, Dorian, Helios, and who's the 5th? Oh, Jorgen. Okay.
Yeah. My top 5 on mobile right now is very close to this exact team, but instead of Dorian, I've got Martha. I think that'll be changing soon.
Martha's really strong, but I think Martha is going to start to wane a little bit in popularity. I think a lot of her popularity was bolstered by the fact that you couldn't get her easily. But that being said, she's still a really strong healer. I'm actually not sure why I use her in my Bob team as much as I do, but So on defense, are you seeing that? They're just eating. Okay, well, on defense, is it enough to break? Okay, there's one. They won that one. Good job defending there. Not bad. Not bad. Let's try it again. Twins, Celeste, Jorgen. All right, so for those of you just joining us, we are trying to find a way to beat consistently the Astaroth Twins, Jorgen, Celeste team on mobile. And obviously this is Facebook testing, so it's not exactly the same, but I think we found a pretty good contender here in Anvari, Jorgen, Helios, Dorian, Faceless.
And I mean, if they eventually fix that bug with Nebula and Sebastian, maybe this team could beat the Hero Blender.
So I think that they're going to fix the bug, but they're not going to fix it to where it's going to decrease the effectiveness. I think what they're going to do is they're going to change the location number of Sebastian in the lineup so it actually works out the right way. I don't think they're actually going to. I don't think that they're going to do something to decrease the effectiveness of that team, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, after talking with one of the community managers a little bit about it, a little bit more, and looking at it how it is on Facebook, I don't think that the position lineup will affect anything, because what happens is, see, if you just for example on here, if you did it on here, on Facebook it actually lines up correctly. It lines up just how you want it to line up. But on mobile, Nebula is actually behind Sebastian on this lineup. So it's actually, you know, not a problem on Facebook, and the team is just as effective. So I think if they do anything, they'll do that. Okay, so third test, Astaroth, Twins, Celeste, Jorgen. We're gonna see how this goes. So Faceless and Dorian are dying pretty quick, but they're doing their job. Well, every round they die pretty quick, but they're doing their job and keeping the other three alive long enough.
Dorian's aura stays on.
But yeah, Dorian's aura stays on.
And as long as Faceless can get that proc before he dies, that stays up for a few seconds.
So here you go. There you go. There's a team. There's a good team that's going to beat the Twins consistently on mobile, I think. At least this lineup of the Twins.
Would it still work if you had Astaroth instead of Anvari?
Let's see. Astaroth, Dorian, Helios, Jorgen, Faceless. I agree. Arcana Gaming says this lineup is going to do better on mobile because Anvari will be limiting movement and damage to the three behind him. I agree. $40 seconds.
Because if one of those guys die early in the back line, Astaroth will bring them back to life.
Yeah, that team won too.
Mm.
Okay, let's try it. I'm only going to try it twice for variance, and then we'll put it on defense and see how it does. Faceless. I like this. This is good for me too, actually, because I've been trying to level up my Helios to be more effective against physical teams, crit teams. But honestly,
kind of universally.
Yeah. This team is a little bit less mobile Facebook specific because no heroes on this team. Astaroth, Jorgen, Faceless, Helios, Dorian, none of them are different on Facebook than they are on mobile. Obviously, there's a level difference there. Honestly, let's see. Swap Celeste. In my opinion, if you'll change Lars from last position, you can't beat them. What's your reasoning behind that, Mr. Erkzor? Mojo. Give me some facts on why that's different. Let's see. Twins. Twins asked Martha.
I might need to halt my progress on Envahari and go to Astaroth instead.
Yeah, Team Bob all the way. Envar is a good. He's a good hero to have leveled up, but Astaroth is it seems to be the best all around. Lost my train of thought completely. Best all around tank. So let's try it with Martha in the back. Oof, Martha in the back. This team does not win.
Of course, too many heals.
Way
too many heals.
Let's try the Anvari variant. We are Bevan, we're about an hour and 15 minutes into this. I'm gonna need to wrap it up here in a little bit.
See, time flies when you max testing. We could just sit here and do this all day.
Well, I tell you, between you and Arcana and a couple other guys messaging me this morning talking about, I watched your stream last night, you should try this Marcus team. I watched your stream last night, you should try that Marcus team. I could not wait to get back home from doing my errands so that I could get into this. So this team's a little different animal altogether. So if you're up against the Twins with Martha in the back, I think we're gonna have to have a little bit more testing there. Astaroth, Envari, Kark, Celeste, Martha team. Vedant Patel asks, what's my opinion on Astaroth, Envari, Kark, Celeste, Martha? I think having Envari and Kark in the same team is a mistake because Envari will lock one opponent down while Kark is trying to knock them up. So it's counterproductive. Try one more time. Okay, we'll try one more time. I honestly, if I'm being honest here, Mr. Ukzor, whatever, however you pronounce your name, I apologize. I honestly thought that this was going to be a non-issue because of the nature of the leper ability doesn't have any value here because we're not doing any physical attack. Celeste will help a little versus the Martha variant. Celeste will help, but what do I do? Do I sub out Jorgen for it? Nope. Didn't do it.
Wow, what a whole different. I mean, how?
Yeah.
Upgraded the Twins team. How are we going to overcome this?
Well, I feel like it's a whole different argument. So let's do. Celeste will help a little. I'd probably try subbing out Dorian for Celeste. Okay. Okay. Andy has physical damage. Yeah, but he also prevents movement. And the physical damage isn't enough. But I see your point. Celeste always dies first. She always dies first. Well, okay. Is it enough damage? Got two very tanky heroes still up here. 10 seconds. Almost beat him. Okay, so if we do Helios with Celeste instead of Helios and Dorian, with Jorgen and Astaroth. Actually, let's do okay, so we do Envari, Celeste instead of Dorian, Jorgen, Faceless, Helios. Let's try that. So the same team as before, Anvari, Jorgen, Faceless, Helios, Dorian, but instead of Dorian, we use Celeste instead.
Interesting.
To try to counter the healing output. And that team did even worse. That did even worse. Okay.
Yeah, it's because of that resurrection from Astaroth. Helps keep things ticking along.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to figure this out a little bit more. Have to play with it a little bit more. Because you know, if it was me, the Twins Astaroth. Let's see. We can just do boop, and then Peppy.
Without a proper Sebastian, I feel like mobiles are a bit screwed right now.
Yeah.
So someone asked a suggestion of a Cleaver Peppy with the Dorian Orion Helios. I don't know how that would work.
Let's give it a shot.
Well, that killed. Oh, Bob killed it.
Well, I was using Sebastian. I was using.
Oh, okay. You got Sebastian.
Yeah, it was my Cleaver, Kark, Sebastian, Peppy, Martha team. Okay, Cleaver Peppy with the Mage Trio did not do it. What's the purpose of Helios in your team? The armor doesn't help you against twins. Yeah, that's correct. Try the Kira version again versus the Martha variants. Okay. Astaroth, Dorian, Orion, Helios, Kira. Oh, Astaroth went down fast. Huh. Okay. So Astaroth plus Kira plus the Mage Trio is better than that version. Let's do a little bit more for variance. Wouldn't it be nice to have preset rather than picking heroes for every battle? I would love to have presets. I would love that. In fact, so Surin made a great idea about having a preset, like a saved set of teams, so you don't have to keep selecting them every time. I have often thought about creating a second Facebook account for the sole purpose that I can private message them the team battles so that they never go away, because these battles will eventually go away over time. Sebastian counters the Twins watermarks on Facebook, right? Yes, 100% of the time. Cornelius for Faceless. We tried Cornelius earlier and it wasn't enough damage. We tried every variant with Cornelius we could try. Loud Matt. Kira's a monster. Yeah, Kira's pretty strong. Kira's incredibly strong. So I don't know. Here's a counter for that Twins Martha variant though. Using the trio plus Astaroth plus Kira. Let's try it with Anvari. Let's try it with Anvari since you've already started investing in Anvari. So let's do Dorian, Orion, Helios with Kira and Anvari. Have you leveled up Kira at all?
Yeah, actually, I think I've got her winter skin with up to like level 30 something maybe.
Have you leveled?
Sorry.
Have you leveled up Faceless at all?
Yeah, I've got Faceless very high.
Okay. Somebody's suggesting to use Faceless instead of Helios.
Okay. Hoping that he'll copy maybe some of Orion's missiles.
I see that pushes Dorian away though. Let's try.
Might be in range of the aura.
He's still in range. Oh, Kira just no. Okay, so that version doesn't work. Anvari is a tank. It didn't work. Let's go back. Let's stop trying to throw too many variables in it at once. Let's go back to the Twins. I'm sorry, the trio plus Kira with Anvari. I was trying to get cute with that and try two different variables. coaching. Daredevil might work in place of Kira as well, being in the second position. Yeah, I think you need Astaroth. I think you need Astaroth against these Twins teams. Instead of having Anvari up front as a tank, I think you need Astaroth because you gotta have that revive.
Yeah, definitely think it's a big factor.
Especially when you're not dealing with Celeste to counter his revive. I think he's even a better. I think he's an even better choice.
Oh, we tried Rufus. He just falls over way too easy.
Yeah, we tried Rufus a couple of times and it didn't really work out as well as we thought.
How about?
Let's try him again though, because we tried Rufus against the Galahad version, but I can't remember if we tried him much against.
Oh yeah.
Against this version.
Did Rufus stand behind Astaroth?
No, he stands in front.
Oh.
Astaroth, Kira, Orion, Faceless Dorian. he stays up a long time. Yeah, so let's see, Astaroth. Excuse me. Yeah, Rufus stands in front. That's another one of the reasons why I don't really like using Rufus that much is he stands in front of most tanks. Kira won't work without Astaroth. True. Remove Helios, add Nebula. Astaroth, Kira, Orion, Faceless Dorian. I mean, I think we got a pretty safe investment here with Dorian, Orion, Helios with Kira and Astaroth. We'll consistently beat it. But you'll have to level up your Astaroth a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, look at my Astaroth. I've got him level 120. I just haven't got any. He's, what's his? I think I just got him to gold level.
So you're investing in him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's Astaroth. I think it would be foolish to not put anything into him.
Yeah. Your hitter Kira died again first. Yeah. Yeah, but she did her job pretty quickly. And Kira isn't necessarily the main hitter in this team. HP, Orion and Helios is really where the bulk of the damage is designed to come from this team. The idea of adding Kira is to do a quick silence and then potentially, get a quick gib of a hero here or there. I'm beating Twins every day with Nebula, Kira, plus he has Orion. Nebula, Kira, Orion. Let's try that actually. So somebody's mentioned this a couple of times. If we did like Astaroth, Nebula, Kira, Orion, and Dorian. So you do Kira surrounded. You do Kira, Nebula, Orion.
Who will Nebula be giving her buff to?
Kira and Orion.
Oh yeah.
Kira just dies too fast. Nah, the team just dies too fast. It didn't work. Cesar, that would work, but we haven't leveled up a lot of those heroes. Curious about thoughts of best tanks when on offense. Well, Astaroth is my tank, so he's my favorite tank when I'm on offense. Galahad's probably a little better in some teams. Chaba's a little better in some teams. But so Bevan, what else would you like to check out? Is there anything else you wanna try out while we're still here?
I don't know. We've kind of hit a bit of a brick wall when it comes to this trying to get over this Twins team.
Well, I think if you add in Faceless for Orion against the Celeste team,
okay,
and then you add in Kira against the Martha versions, I think that's going to be your best bet. It looks like for the most part, Astaroth is the better tank when you're using Kira, but Anvari or Astaroth will work if you're not going against a Martha variant of the team, because both Martha versions of the team, the twins Martha Galahad and the twins Astaroth Martha, I'm sorry, the twins Martha Galahad and the twins Martha Astaroth versions, we needed Kira to push through the damage with the mage, with the 3 mages, but it looks like against Galahad, having Jorgen was a little bit more effective than having, and against the Astaroth version of the Martha Twins team, Kira is a better option.
Now going back to can you run one more test for me?
Sure.
The blended Kira blender against Helios, Dorian, Faceless, Jorgen, Astaroth.
Helios, Dorian, Faceless, Jorgen, Astaroth.
Yeah, against the blender.
Astaroth, Dorian, Helios, Faceless, Jorgen.
Because that was one of the teams that did do well against the twins.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if it'll do well against the blender as well.
Oh, let's see. We have Nebula, Jet, Kira, Sebastian, and Vari. Looking good. The problem is going to be enough damage. Well, we'll see if we can get that Jet down. Oh, it won.
Yeah, it won?
Yeah.
Was it close?
No. It wasn't close.
Close.
No.
Oh,
Let's try it.
fantastic.
Let's try it again.
News then.
Let's try it again. Jets. Anytime.
So that's the team that can beat some twins variants and the blender. That's good to know.
Here we go. Anytime you're dealing with Faceless, you always want to. I always try to max test a couple of different times because he's so random.
Yeah.
See, Astaroth dies and revives himself, and then he dies again. Oh, he didn't die this time. He actually didn't die this time, but
with his armor, weapon, artifact procs, as well as his physical shields, he should actually be able to stay alive. Especially with how much armor he actually natively has. Pretty convincing win.
yeah. So this is even more of a supporting argument to your whole thesis about the start of this, that started all of this, is that Orion isn't necessary against the blender team.
Yeah.
It's actually Helios Dorian that does the work.
Good to know, though. Very good to know.
Let's try it. Let's try it one more time. Keep losing my train of thought. There we go. Try it one more time. So Astaroth, Jorgen, Faceless, Dorian, Helios is your team. I don't see this team being very effective in any other format other than Arena, though. Not in campaign, not in the tower. I mean, it'd probably be okay in the tower. But see, I can already see an issue that you might run into. It looks like if Jorgen can clutch a shield on either Astaroth or Faceless, then it's going to be effective. And if it doesn't, then it's probably going to have a harder time. But all 3 times that we've done this now, well, I mean, it won again. But all 3 times this has happened, Faceless has gotten really, really, really close to dying. But Jorgen dropped his shield on Faceless right as soon as it was about time for him to die. And between that and Astaroth having to revive himself, the team is able to survive that initial wave. But I'm curious what would happen if Jorgen isn't quick enough with that shield and Astaroth has to use his revive on Faceless instead. Will that make the difference? But I mean, I just tried it 3 times and it won 3 times, so it's hard to say.
Good to know, though. I need to start putting some resources into Dorian and Astaroth now, I reckon. Bring them up to scratch.
Yeah, if you're seeing a lot of those types of twins teams, and if you're seeing a lot of these Kira blender teams, then yeah, I would say so. I would say so. I like what I really like about the Mage trio team, the Dorian, Orion, Helios core, is it seems like it's very similar to the Kark teams in that it's very interchangeable with a lot of other supporting cast heroes, and it does it very well. This blender team here, what I don't like about it is it's very rigid and you can't really change it much. You can't. There's very little you can swap in and out. Maybe I just don't know enough about it, but there's very little you can swap in and out to be effective against a broader range of teams than you can with this Mage trio team. Twins are like that also. The twins plus a lot of different variants work against a lot of different teams. But I really like this Mage trio team. Definitely one of the top meta teams in my opinion. Switch Astaroth for Anvari.
Here's a twins team in my server that doesn't use a tank. It's twins, Jorgen, Faceless, Martha. Interesting.
I'll try it. Twins, Faceless, Jorgen, Martha. No tank twins with Faceless. Challenge. And your team is Astaroth, Dorian, Helios. Astaroth, Dorian, Helios. Jorgen, Faceless?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Astaroth and Dorian are dead.
That's not a good sign.
But all they have left is Jorgen and Martha.
Oh, okay.
It's not enough damage. It's not enough damage against that team. I think the opponent's Faceless is working against you because the opponent has extra magic defense. Thanks for stopping by, Ludo. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I don't know. That team, your team didn't win against no tank. So if we did, I don't know. I don't know. It's about Celeste for Faceless. I don't know.
And probably putting in Orion over the Faceless would be the extra damage needed to get me over the hump.
Yeah, that didn't do it. Nice thing about Dorian is it doesn't matter if he dies. Yeah, very true. All right, so let's try that with Orion instead of Faceless. Astaroth, Jorgen, Orion, Dorian, Helios. Let's try this, and then I'm gonna get off here and grab some lunch. Ooh.
That's enough.
It's enough. It's enough. It did it. Nice. So Orion, Dorian, Helios. If you switching Faceless out, switching your Faceless out against an enemy Faceless for Orion actually helps quite a bit.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on this live stream with me, working through this stuff together. If I could if I could do something like this, like once a week with you or Akina or some of the other guys from the Discord, I would love to do something like this every. Well, it's Friday today, but I keep forgetting that it's Friday. In fact, I should probably go take a look at my guild attacks. Do I have any guild attacks left, or did I already attack? Can't remember if we've. Well, I've already done my attacks. Okay. Yeah, so every weekend it might be cool to do live streams like this. So maybe I can grab some people. Maybe you can get on again with me. Play with this Skype a little bit. Make sure the audio's on point. Get the screen share going so that you're seeing things live instead of seeing the delay.
I don't know how it's possible to do that unless you have two webcams. No. There may be a way to do it. I'm not sure.
So a big problem that I'm dealing with right now is that OBS's current version doesn't bode well with the current version of Mac OS, the Catalina or whatever. And anytime I try to change much settings on anything having to do with audio video while OBS is running will cause the OBS to crash. So if I'm doing it during a live stream, it's gonna crash the live stream. So I can't. I have to play with it. Like I have to do it and let it crash and then see if it works and then nope and see if it works. I don't know. Starting to save Bevan's. Say again?
One thing I definitely noticed with comparing mobile to Facebook versions, the glitches on mobile only go up to 40. On Facebook, they go up to 50.
Really? Is that true?
Are you on Facebook right now? How high can your glitches go?
They're 50.
Yeah, mobile they only go up to 40.
I did not know that.
Surprise, surprise.
That actually changes my. Well, I'm not gonna redo the Marcus video again, but that actually changes my Marcus video, a little bit. It actually changes it. Well, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not doing it again. It's whatever. So Arcana Gaming. Do what?
Even more reason why we need max testing on mobile because there's just so many more variances.
I think I'd honestly get less viewers if people could do their own max testing. I think my subscribers would. But Arcana Gaming gives us $5. Thanks for the super chat. He says, starting the Save Bevan's Shoes Fund. So I think he sees your case behind you also.
He likes my kicks.
Oh man! All right, so thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. We had a pretty good stream. It was impromptu. It was kind of a surprise to everyone. So hopefully those of you that are joining us after the stream is live enjoyed it as much as we did. But I want to thank Bevan for bringing me some interesting things to try and really exploring how to counter the twins on mobile as best we can. So thank you, Bevan.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna jump off the stream here, but I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.